They've literally nerfed Loki cards inside of the Loki decks in the last 2 patches, and both times they've done it, his play rate and win rate have gone down. Well, that's not strictly true. I think his play rate actually went up a little bit with the most recent patch because they killed Professor X, but I expect that to normalize. For the record, I think it is perfectly fine and reasonable to have the opinion I don't enjoy playing against Loki, and I would prefer if his play patterns weren't popular. I've said that about plenty of Marvel Snap cards over the last year and a half, and I think it is a supremely reasonable position to have to prioritize having fun. I think prioritizing having fun is a super reasonable position. So I was gonna gladiator the middle, but then I hit the draw mode on Nico, so give me a second. We'll get there. I'm gonna take the long way around, okay? At the top of the ladder, the stats of those play Loki are incredibly good across 10 different people. Yet, how many different decks are those how many different decks are the people who are playing the Loki deck at the top of the ladder? How many different decks have they played? How many different decks are they playing? Are all of the best players who have only played Loki for 10 seasons and don't want to innovate or try different things? Are those the same people that are only having it? Like, is that like basically the discussion we're having here? Like the people that are the people who are hyper fixated on their ladder rank, so they never want to take any risks, are playing the same deck that they've played for the last 3 months, and they're having success with the high skill cap deck they've played for the last 3 months. Really? That's fucking interesting. Tell me more about it. I don't think I've heard this. I don't think I've heard about this one before. Tell me more. Chat, I know I've not been playing ladder recently because ladder has more Thanos than Conquest does. It just does. There's a better variety over here, and I'm having more fun here. But like, it's like, even when I was playing on the ladder and I was in the top 200, I would play into these Loki players and it still just wouldn't feel like a big deal. And it's just like, I don't get it. I don't. My brain feels broken when I hear about it. Absolute Clam, thanks for the prime, I appreciate it. Okay, so I gotta fill left and right here and also beat an Annihilus somewhere. Currently ranked 13, never played Loki before. I picked up and played it for 2 days, and my stats are amazing. I'm just saying it's not as bad as the stats on Untapped. Sure, but there's lots of decks that aren't as bad as the stats on Untapped imply. I'm not telling you Loki is bad. I'm just telling you it's not, we need to fucking nerf this card into the ground like everybody else is talking about. That's where I'm at, gamers. I want to forge you, and then do you, and then do you. Oh, actually, you know what I can do? Hold. I could go forge into you, into Enchantress middle, bump her into the right, into him here. Fixed it. Final answer. Annie? Annie, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay, Annie?
Victory.
Alright, we're gonna keep playing this deck because I need 17 more werewolf boosters. Before we do that though, chat, you need 2 minutes of adverts. We'll see you in a minute. Every time the discussion of Loki balance comes up, the person that's complaining about Loki does some hand-wavy thing to tell me about how the stats on Untapped don't matter. And every time... Oh, thank you, baby girl. And every time I bring up my own anecdotal experience playing into Loki players who are top players, not feeling like it's a big deal, I get talked about in some circle about how my experience also isn't relevant. So the stats on Untapped aren't relevant. My personal experience playing into the top players isn't relevant. Basically, they're not going to accept anything other than, it's broken, please nerf it. Is the deck sort of broken? So they flipped how the decks sort in the last patch, or the patch before. So it sorts your most recently edited decks to the top now. I genuinely think a lot of it is Loki's just a competitive high skill cap deck that they're tired of playing against because it's been good for a while. But they don't want to say that. They don't just want to say it's another good deck that's been good for a while, so I'm bored of it. They want to tell you about statistics or something that feels objective. They want the appearance of objectivity instead of just saying, I think Loki sucks shit and I wanted to not play against it anymore. Which, for the record, I respect if people just say the second thing. I think that's a reasonable position to have. As a regular player, I've played Loki 1 time all week. Yeah, same, Striker. Stream, like, it's single digits for sure. And I played over 40 hours of Snap this week. Yeah, if they delete Loki before they delete Professor X, I'm gonna be a little miffed. I'm not gonna lie. No cap. I'm gonna be pretty miffed if they delete Loki before they delete X. Oh, some milk for my sandwich? Thank you. My toddler is bringing me play food.
Oh, snap.
He's kind of adorable. Ooh, piece of candy. I think removing Loki's cost reduction is absolutely fine if your goal is to delete the card from the game. However, don't pretend that removing Loki's cost reduction is anything other than deleting the card from the game. Can you explain what you mean by Loki having a high skill ceiling? I feel like strength varies based on what deck your opponents play more than anything else. So, the numbers I am about to say are completely made up. So don't reference them. They're to illustrate a point. When people say a deck has a high skill ceiling, what they mean is, when people say a deck has a high skill ceiling, what they mean is when you play the deck inoptimally, it's worse than playing other decks inoptimally. What this means is, if you're playing a lockout deck and 30% of the time you make mistakes, that lockout deck is still gonna be way better than if you play Loki and make mistakes 30% of the time. Opponent's playing an Electro deck, my Gladiator ain't scared, Chad. He's gonna fuck him up. Whew. So anyways, we started blasting. Would you play Nico and Blob Thanos? Yes, definitely. It's unfortunate that Enchantress is the second to the last card in my deck. Ooh, maybe she'll only be the second to last card, not the bottom. Fuck you, Nico. Or Enchantress, whoever you are. So frustrating. Does this ever win the game? Does this beat Doctor Doom? This goes to 13. No, I'm only going to 18 here, right? This is 17, 22. This beats Eliath and Doctor Doom. But I just lose to a big thing. I can't beat the big thing everywhere. We beat that one. Cool. Coolio. When your Sandman deck couldn't beat the bounce deck that failed to draw Enchantress. Good stuff. Good stuff. That'll do, pig. That'll do. I'll snap them before I know I'm hamming them. This is a matchup where we'll take note and try to not bounce our stuff when possible. Werewolf is an incredibly cool card. Completely agree. Do we call a combo right there? Oh, was I supposed to Maximus? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I like Shadow King for Pig. Anyone drop. Anyone drop. Rip. Rip. I think I'd rather have the Raph card than the Abby card. Don't think I want to play Maximus yet. I'm gonna put the Helicarrier down just in case. I actually think Elias probably in a pretty good spot if they just address Professor X. You need a Spider-Man deck. If you have a Spider-Man deck, check my decks link and make sure you click over to Conquest and look for the Craven deck I was playing yesterday. Quite solid. trash can here? 3. Wait, if I'm going to 3 cards in hand, this is still 11, right? Because it's base 5? Yeah, cool. Maybe I'm supposed to forge and then jump the dog back to here, actually. Probably still win, but I think I messed this up. I was probably supposed to end the dog here.
Victory.
I think the nerf to Werewolf by Night was too weak. No, Werewolf by Night has really medium stats right now. I think if they finally, like, Werewolf by Night really struggles into the existing metagame. Professor X and Storm are both cards that are really make Werewolf by Night struggle to live.
Oh, snap.
Our bounce deck is now 10-2 against Sandman. Take that for what you will.
Opponent snapped.
There, snap back, eat my button. I think it's weird that when you snap and they snap you back and the max cubes aren't increasing, it still eats the button. Oh, that's insane. Actual insanity. And then things to note, we're gonna replay all 3 of these next turn if they play Electro or Wave here, because we don't want to get seen banded out of playing our friends back out. Yep. I'm gonna checking their sideboard for Killmonger. There's a statement I haven't thought of in a long time. Oh, I gotta check something real quick. Yep, there it is, still there. That takes me back to Zach. I gotta check real quick. All right, can we draw an Enchantress or a Shang-Chi? I'm gonna play this just to hedge. What's his name?
Cut off one head, 2 more shall take its place.
I guess not playing Shadow King leaves their rodents bigger. Perfect. Oh wait, is it actually gonna be too small for me to shag now? I guess it's too small for me to shag now, right? Embassy. No, it's Embassy 8, and then it'll have 2 for rodent. Perfect 10-0. They got Sandman right, Chance. Sandman's a toxic, an obnoxious card that is not too powerful. All right, gamers. All right, gamers. Infinity. And beyond. Split the doggo. I think this is my fifth. It might only be my fourth. I actually don't have that many splits on Doggo, despite liking him and play a variety of decks here. Oh, this is 5. We could go for gold. Adrian, thank you for the primer. I appreciate that. Come on, bro. I've been so good. If you're gonna make me choose between the gold werewolf and deleting Professor X, I choose deleting Professor X for the good of the game. But if I could have both, I would accept both. Both it is! Both it is, gamers! It's a Christmas werewolf. It's red and green. It's red and green. We'll have to go again at some point. Okay, you know, beggars won't be choosers. Fifth split gold is fifth split gold, okay? Don't look the gold horse in the mouth. The green is because they're gonna delete Professor X. Here's hoping. All right, let's play a few more. We need boosters to get him to gold on gold. But even if you split a gold variant, you still keep getting gold. You don't. You get a random one. You're only 10% to get gold or inked. So.
Snap.
Witness, thanks for chilling. I watch the stream tomorrow. Will the drops continue or will they start again? Your drops will pick up right where they left off if you got to bounce today and come back tomorrow. And you can continue on this stream or any other stream on Twitch. Basically, everybody in the category has drops going. I'm probably going to be streaming for a couple hours yet, but I'll host someone or raid someone when I eventually sign off. We're back to 3,200 people here, so we're going to vibe for a little while at least. Of all the places you could choose to Cosmo, that was one of them. They must have Blob in their hand already, huh? Is what that means? Poor Wolfie. First time on the board in gold, gets absolutely murdered. Oh, I forgot I had Forge. Shit. Clearly, I should have done it on here. Obviously. All right, hopefully we pork a blob here. Shang-Chi is gone. We just have to leave, right? Their numbers are bigger than ours.
Opponent
Yeah, Boomer, calm down. Okay, Boomer.
escaped.
What current ongoing cards you say are currently important and impactful for Spectrum Destroyer? I think Mobius and Mobius is probably in a good spot. I also think you're in for tough sledding if you're playing Spectrum Destroyer regardless, but I would have Mobius in there. Blob. Blob's part of the reason it's in a tough spot.
Oh, snap.
We lost that game because Loki is too strong. God, he looks so good in gold with everybody else, chat. So proud of him. He's worked so hard to get where he's at in life. Can we grab this energy back for ourselves here? Oh, not quite. This would give me the ability to jump Werewolf into here, which sounds appealing. And then it lets me punt over here. Oh, don't fuck with my play. Oh, that fucks with my play. That means I don't get my D-Man. That's frustrating. This is 9 to 9, so I need this one here too. Play this one here for good measure. Tiebreaker. I can't Shadow King left. This costs 1 because I bounced it. Got him. I can't believe they just didn't play for that, right?
Victory.
Enchantress is 1 less power mid. 1 less power mid's the difference, right? Versus winning and losing. I was going to exactly 10 to 9 here. Love to burn your blob deck. Thank you for asking. Actually, I want to... Oh, I could have Gladiator Shanked Bane. Yeah, I think you're right. a good catch. No, Gladiator, was Gladiator 2? I don't think I had enough energy to do that. Because Shang was 4. My what's it called was in my hand. Did he cost 2? Why did he cost 2? Did I bounce him? Oh, I did totally bounce him. You're right. Yes, you are correct. I should have gone Gladiator into Shang. Could have gone better, gamers. Could have gone better. Oh, I think I'm winning one more turn. Doesn't matter, right? I probably don't want to tempo the Enchantress. Because they have like dinos and stuff. Although, I was gonna tempo it into there, so 6 in one hand, half dozen of the other, I suppose. Okay, now I play for all 3.
Snap.
See if they know how to retreat. Retreating! Not even once. That dino up. Thanks, Menace. We'll be around tomorrow too if you're around. Have a good evening. To 2, we'll start higher stakes rounds early. What's going on, Abide? My poor werewolf cannot catch a break. Alright, well I can play Max without penalty. And then we Shang left. This is visually bugged? It is visually bugged. Is it? What the fuck is going? Oh, Shadow King took it. Okay. I was like, what happened here? The Shadow King was gone. Yeah.
Victory.
So, unless their one face down card here is Professor X, it's night and day how different this matchup is when you're not getting locked out of playing your cards. Like, we didn't even get Werewolf going in these games, and we were able to just, like, play through it. Oh, is it in Blob? Oh, Blob's not on their list for some reason. Oh yeah, it is Blob. Yeah. There's no Professor X, so last card's Blob. Yeah. Because the Iron Lad hit Blob. Yeah. There's a reason why all the best Thanos decks have X in it still after the change.